to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River residents. Why I do the show, that's why you watch the show. You need to get in touch with me, HMG TV shows. There you can relive all our programming. You can watch it again, see the rest of our programming. Download the livestream.com app where we stream all our shows. Today I'm going to talk about Tom's River homeless situation, the Tom's River budget. Maruka's tomato pie is expanding. It's a really good Jersey story. And a little this and that. You're watching the Tom's River Show? I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I got my coffee that I made myself. You know, last week we talked about California with an initiative they're pushing forward to pay people to put tiny homes in their backyard for the homeless as a way of combating the homeless situation. We have to come up with some sort of a workable solution that has an end game to it. We don't want to maintain homelessness. We want to try to eradicate it. I don't know if that is possible, but certainly get a better handle on it. Now, the economy is one of the problems we have in New Jersey. That's the hell of California. They've even got more problems than us. It is very expensive to live in New Jersey. It is very difficult now to get employment in New Jersey. Unless you got an education, you got a skill, you got a good shot at getting employment. No skill, no education, you can get a job, not going to pay a lot. And that's where we start having the homeless situation. When I was a kid, you had hobos, or we called them bums. There was a few and in between. Yeah, there's no few and in between anymore. You see them constantly, homeless people. Now, Tom's River, they're homeless advocates. And I served on a homeless committee here in Hudson County with somebody whose name is about to come up. The homeless advocates are asking the town of Tom's River to convert the Red Carpet Inn into a homeless shelter. Probably an ideal idea and in the location, but the problem is, do you want to live next to a homeless shelter? Which brings me back to the tiny house, homeless tiny houses. Do you want homeless people living in your backyard? Now, the tiny house solution probably makes sense, and I spoke about it last week in California from the California initiative. Turns out there is a bill in New Jersey working its way through. Bill number is S177/A3012, S177, Senate, A3072, the Assembly, to build 300 square foot tiny houses in New Jersey. The sponsor of the bill, if you watch the Hudson County show that I host, is the deity from Union City, the mayor of Union City, and state senator from the 33rd District, Brian Stack. If you don't know Brian Stack, this is the guy that has his thumb on the pulse of his constituency. He understands and empathizes with the plight of the homeless and the low income here in New Jersey. And he goes out of his way to assist. You know, Brian is known to take care of prescription needs, help with rents. He is what we call a super mayor. We, fortunately in Hudson County, I have two of them. Actually, there's probably a third one coming up. Brian Stack, of course, Union City, Nicholas Sacco in North Bergen, and my guy, Steve Fulop, is working his way up that ladder. Now, what Brian is proposing with these tiny homes, each tiny home built would be worth 2 points towards the affordable housing shortage. Now, I think Tom's River agreed to build like 14 units of affordable housing. This could be a solution. Now, again, we need to figure out how to accomplish the lessening of homelessness. Now, you got to put categories to this. Everybody's homeless solution is one thing fixes all. That's not. It's one size doesn't fit all. You know, we have some people homeless because of economics. There are some people who are working and are homeless. They just can't afford the rents here in New Jersey. Those are the people we need to concentrate on first. People who are homeless because of the economy and economics. Seniors and people with children. Homeless children got to move to the top of the list. But we have to figure out how there's an end game to it. You know, we build the tiny homes. You don't want people living there for 30 years. We have to have an end game to this. You know, there's a lot of strings to this bow. You know, it's the economy, the expense of living in New Jersey, shortage of good paying jobs. You know, there's a lot of great jobs for a senior or a kid. You know, they can live on $9, $10 a week because, you know, they're not trying to raise a family or anything. It's a different thing when you're trying to raise a family, you're making $10, $12 an hour. These are the things we need to work on. That's why I'm impressed with the BOTEC bill going through the Trenton. I'm not crazy about the pork bellying it up, but you know, there are ways to work this, and the tiny homes. Probably a solution. Where do we put the tiny homes? That's a question. Same in Hudson County and in Tom's River. Where do we put them? But we have to come up with more than we're doing now. But we can't try to have one fix that fits all. That's not going to work. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. We'll be right back.
Pan & Pinto Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panandpintoproperties.com. Pan & Pinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River resident. Well, you watch the show. You're watching it on Comcast 190. You can also go back and watch it on HMG TV shows, livestream.com, our YouTube channel. Hopefully all that's on the screen below you there. Below me, I should say. Getting back to the homeless. And the committee I served on, which was chaired by Senator Brian Stacker about 10, 12 years ago, everybody has one plan to fix all homelessness. That is not going to work. We got to break that up, and that's the only way it's going to work. But there has to, like I said, it has to be an end game. And you know, one of the things I'm arguing about here in Jersey City, we got homeless situations, we have people who can't get jobs, we have a crime situation, is to assist in helping them get jobs. And one of the things I'm talking to Mayor Fulop about here is CDLs. There's a huge need for CDL drivers, from school buses to tractor trailers to straight jobs, and we can train people in a very short span of time to learn how to drive a rig or a straight job or a school bus and get a CDL license and help these people go get work. Instead of all these crazy employment and training jobs, this is a real one. That we can do. And then once we get that one rolling, we'll figure out something else. And all these things work towards homelessness and a prevention or the elimination of a degree of homelessness. Tom's River budget is in. You know, I'm arguing with Mayor Fulop. We got $688 million budget in Jersey City. Tom's River is in at $125 million. Tom's River is a microcosm of Jersey City, and we all know that because most people from Tom's River, there is a direct connect to Jersey City one way or another. We don't need 6 degrees of separation. We can do it in 2. It's $125 million. Taxes are flat. $15 million was used from the reserve. I'm not sure that's the best thing. That's kind of taken from Peter to pay Paul. $82 million of the $125 million was raised through property taxes. Taxes are flat, and that's always good. But you know, there used to be a time when we tried to cut taxes and roll back the hardships on the property owners. We don't seem to do that now. We pat ourselves on the back for things staying flat. With Tom's River, there's no mention of shared services. And if we are going to help the property owners in the state of New Jersey and get out of that #1 ranking of property taxes, it has to be through shared services. The big cities in each one of these counties, Jersey City and Hudson County, Tom's River and Ocean County, should be the lead in shared services. Now I'm just talking shared service with other towns, shared services with the state, shared services with the county, and then we can go to shared services with the municipalities, or even some cases shared service with the schools. You know, you hear the conversations and the arguments over the taxes, and you know why taxes went up a little here and we held it to the line because we used some of the reserves, but nobody ever speaks of shared services. Governor Murphy brought it up, but it kind of died there. I thought we were going to have a shared services czar. He is going to have to mandate it because of the political kingdoms that exist with the 565 municipalities we have in New Jersey. Nobody wants to give up power. But if you look at all these municipalities and then you look at the county and the state, there is such a friggin' redundancy that it's almost amazing that nobody looks at shared services. And listen, you know, Christie talked about shared services, it did nothing. It didn't happen. Murphy spoke of it, it didn't happen. I know Steve Sweeney is speaking of it. These are the things we need to do. But it's no longer the goal to cut taxes. It just seems that we can keep it flat. That's acceptable. That shouldn't be acceptable to you, the property owners in Tom's River. You should be mandating that taxes get cut. Start lessening the burden on the property owners in Tom's River. Now, I think Tom Keller has done a great job. There are hardships in Tom's River. You're still suffering from Sandy. It's amazing. It was like 5-6 years ago, and Sandy's still here. Makes you really worry if we have another once-in-a-lifetime storm. Hopefully we don't, especially since my kids bought a house in Seaside Heights. Last thing I need is another once-in-a-lifetime storm. It's amazing how the recovery is really taking a while there. But, you know, I also get the feeling, talking to some of the people in Tom's River, that politics may have played a role in keeping the taxes flat. You know, Tom's River Council took a spanking, the GOP aspect of it, with 3 Democrats coming in. That probably played a role there. Those 3 Democrats should be pushing harder and harder to cut taxes and shared services. And I think shared service is truly the answer. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just 1 path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you.
back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'm here. You're there. Let's continue on. Maruka's Tomato Pies on Seaside Heights Boardwalk. Seaside Heights, and was in Seaside Park for a while, too. It is an institution. It's been there a long time. It is a great family. I've got to know the brothers there. Maria Maruka, your council person, is a friend of mine. She is truly the person you want on a council. She is there to serve the people. And, you know, and she's been serving for a while, and she still has that enthusiasm and that want to help attitude. Now, I've seen a lot of people get elected, and they lose that after a while. They get beaten down by the job because the council person is 24/7. It's a very tough job. Ward councils, council at large, a little easier. Ward council, very tough. Now, Maruka's Tomato Pie, it had some problems. It got hit with Sandy. Everybody had a problem recovering from Sandy. And as everybody was getting their legs, the fire happened on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights and Seaside Park, and that wiped out Maruka's. Now, a lot of the businesses on the boardwalk are very similar to farmers. If the crop doesn't come in, they could lose the farm. If you have a bad season on the boardwalk, you could lose your stand. A lot of these stands, they hand them out. They're very expensive, those stands. And there's lines of credit, and you got to have a good year. If you got bad weather, you got a bad gimmick on your stand. That's why you don't see a lot of changes in the gimmicks. They throw the football, that's a classic. Throw the ball at the 3 cans, classic. And those things stay forever. Change your stand, that's debatable. But the Maruka Tomato Pie got hurt by Sandy, got devastated by the fire. But, in what is a true Jersey story, you knock down the Marukas, they kept getting up. And no matter how many times you knock them down, whether it's from the economy or Sandy or the inferno that burned them out altogether, they kept getting back up, dust themselves off. What do we have to do to make this work? They wound up, I think, their shared services. What did I say? Shared service of government? Shared services pizza-wise with JR. I think it's JR's on the boardwalk. I could see the big mug of beer. I'm positive it's JR's. And Maruka's got some space there. They probably knew the JR people for a zillion years on the boardwalk. And the JR people wanted to make sure Maruka's stayed. So Maruka's got space in JR's. It looks like it was a perfect partnership between the two. It helped JR's. It saved Maruka's. Now Maruka's is back on its feet. It's standing up, maybe a little wobbly, but it's standing up. They are now going to expand into Asbury Park. I'll almost bet you people in Asbury Park, the administrations there, have corporate recruiters. Somebody whose job is, how can we attract business to Asbury Park? How can we get more life on our boardwalk? Because it is a pretty boring boardwalk. It's not to the level of Belmar or Bormar, but it is a boring boardwalk. It's not Seaside Heights. It's not Wildwood. It's not Ocean City's boardwalk. But they want to change that, obviously. So somebody went out and spoke to the Marukas. A name that's, it's part of the Jersey Shore. Maruka's Pie. You can bring Maruka's Pie to Asbury Park, you're bringing some name value. And the Marukas obviously feel this expansion will work. There's 2 brothers there. They could split up the family a little bit. And they're going to go and open another stand in Asbury Park. And I think it's a great story because, again, they've been knocked down by the economy, Sandy, the inferno. But the family and the business, they keep dusting themselves off, getting up, and getting on. And that's truly what we do here in New Jersey. No matter time, we don't care how many times you get knocked down. We care how many times you get up. And I'm personally one of those people who've been knocked down a few times. Keep getting up. This year with the Shore Show, and I produce the Shore Show, we film right on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights, I'm going to determine who has the best pizza on the boardwalk. There's a few food challenges we'll have this year. We're going to have the pizza challenge. I'm going to have my guy, Garden State Trophy, develop a pizza trophy that each year, whoever is the best pizza on the boardwalk could get the trophy. You're going to have Maruca's, you'll have George's Pizza, you have Three Brothers Pizzas, Three Brothers Pizzas, Three Brothers Pizzas, Three Brothers from Italy pizzas. The Beachcomber Marathon will get the pizzas. We will have independent people on the boardwalk tasting the pies, and they will decide who is the best pie on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. Is it Maruca's? We'll find out. Next up, we'll do the best sausage and pepper and the best cheesesteak. But first off, we're going to do the best pizza challenge on the Seaside Heights boardwalk. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I got to do my finicking. I got to do my finicky stuff. Yeah, we do the pizza challenge. I want to do the pizza challenge last year, but we'll get a trophy, a pizza trophy that will be proudly displayed in whatever pizzeria on the boardwalk is the winner, and every year it'll move. But we'll be engraved with the year. It'll be like the Stanley Cup. You know, they engraved the winner from the previous year. We'll do something along those avenues, and there'll be a big pizza on there. Talking earlier in the show about homelessness and the expense of New Jersey. It's almost the death of 1,000 cuts in New Jersey. Whether it's the municipalities raising the taxes, the county raising the taxes, the school board raising the taxes, somebody's raising your taxes. Subsidizing PS&G. If you're a PS&G customer, it's going to cost you about $40 a year more for your PS&G bill. Gasoline last year, we did the increase in the fuel tax. We went from the lowest to #2, I believe. The price of gas in the last week has gone up 10 cents. It's up 44 cents from last year. That is a dangerous situation for communities that live and die on tourism. And you know what? Tom's River does, because Route 37, all those roads that cut through Tom's River, they get busy starting in May and June with tourism. People are going to Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights hopefully will reach that 4 million visitor mark again this year. They haven't been there in a while. Seaside Park, all along the Jersey Shore. If you have expensive price of gas, chances are people are not going to take that hour and a half ride. The tolls are expensive, then it's the gas, then you get down, you have a parking issue. The price of parking is expensive. But, these communities, they only have like 5 months to make their yearly budget, because once this tourism is done, it's a ghost town down there. Mayor Boz in Seaside Heights, and I'm going to work with him on this, going to try to make it a 12-month-a-year town. Mayor Boz wants to develop the boulevard and terrace and try to get more activity in there. And if you can do that, you get more activity, you lessen the burden on the property tax payers, the property owners. That makes sense. But everywhere you turn around is another cut, another cut, another cut. And eventually, you know, Governor Murphy is talking about adding $1.7 billion in new taxes to the New Jersey budget. There is a showdown looming in Trenton, Democrat against Democrat. And you know, it never fails. Like in Washington, you got Republicans against Republican. You know, the Republican Party in Washington should be like, hey, we did it. We got the presidency, the Senate, and Congress. They eat their own. Same thing with the Dems. They should be happy ducks in New Jersey. No, they're going to take it on. But some of these guys make sense. Coughlin in the Assembly, you know, Steve Sweeney. You know, Steve Sweeney is that average Joe guy. He understands, you know, the taxes, especially in New Jersey. You lost the SALT deduction, and you can only deduct up to $10,000 local property taxes from your federal. So you want to throw more taxes on these people? So, you know, I have a lot of faith in Governor Murphy. This guy has got to be 2 terms, because that means he's been successful in his first term. Doesn't want to be a Florio or a Corzine or a McGreevy, 1 term, 1 and done. Should really wait until we find out about the marijuana revenue and sports betting revenue and getting the house in order. Again, shared services, cutting the size of government. But there's some rumor about a secret agreement with the state workers, 35,000 or so, where they may start getting some real increases in their pay. The Avengers Assemble, did over $250 million domestically and another $360 million overseas. That's a lot of money. And this thing is just going to crank. It'll hit the billion. It would be the quickest to $1 billion of any movie ever. They had already broke the record for the #1 weekend. Funny thing about every #1 opening weekend, like 8 of the 10 of them were Disney movies, whether it was Star Wars or Marvel, but actually Disney purchased these companies. The Simpsons just celebrated now the longest running scripted show on television, 636 episodes. I remember when it debuted on Tracy Ullman's show, back on the original days of Fox, with Herman's Head and Gary Sanders' show, and of course, Married with Children. Simpsons and Married with Children, they were the staples of the original Fox back in 1989. Congratulations to the people from The Simpsons. And, of course, congratulate the Avengers. I'll be seeing them tomorrow night. All right, I am out of show. You be good. You be safe. Don't forget the website, HMG TV shows. Good night.